Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the main event of the Basketball South Africa Club Championship. This is the men's final. The winners here are your club national champions. And on the floor, we've got TS Viking in white and your MBB Team SA London in blue, ladies and gentlemen. And if you saw warm-up, you would have seen it. Neo Mutiba hits that baseline mid-range, and to start off the scoring in this game, if there's anything that you have been missing, this is the one you don't want to be missing. If you are not at Mandible Indoor Arena, you can obviously catch us live here on the Basketball Sheriff channels. And my name is Tina Panyana, your girl Tindin, and I will be bringing you these games today. Don't forget to hit us up on your YouTube channel, on your Facebook, if you want to just drop us a comment, drop us a message, and I will be definitely giving out shout outs. Drop us your location and who you think will be the winners of the club championship in South Africa. And do remember, these club championships are your road to bar. Marcus putting in the work against Panasha as he goes up 2 points. Hand it over to our young man here from South Sudan. Hong is his surname. Given over to, he comes off the top of the Mutombe, off the top of the rim there, so it will not be good. As Neo Mutiba finds Marcus in that front court. Marcus unable to connect. Quite a bit of defense in his face. Pachi Devon, our Zim national, feeds it over to Mutiba, and he makes good. You know how it is. This is the first 2 minutes of the game as MBB goes 7-0 against this junior team. Marcus with great defense there, but Panasha able to collect the rebound over the MBB fellas. And that will be sending him to the free throw line. No good on that first basket. As TS Vikings are looking for their first point on the board. Not good for Panashe, but Mutombe able to collect that rebound. Dylan Whitbread takes the three-pointer, but it is no good for him as Kong also collects that rebound and is able to go up. What? I don't think the rim likes TS today as none of their attempts going in. Devon back down the floor. Swings it out to a waiting Peter from the top of the key, who drains the three and puts very quickly MBB in double digits. First timeout called by TS Vikings, and of course, you got to readjust after that many points so quickly on the floor. And just like that, MBB are up by 10 points, and TS Vikings, no points on the basket yet, clearly having to go back to the drawing board, and they'll be bringing up whichever strategies that Coach Floshengwenya comes up with, and we're going to be looking to see how that's going to look in the next, couple of minutes. Uzola Ndlovu, he's got his money on MBB and he's watching out from Mpumalanga Nelspruit. Shout out there to you. We are very quickly back into it, and the first position is the Vikings position, so we will be seeing what exactly Coach had drawn up and what he had asked of them to do No basket there for Kong as he sends that up. Devon, lightning speed all the way down the floor. Libisa Selepe makes another three from the opposite elbow, and that pushes the score to a 13-0 run by MBB. No baskets. No basket there for White as a call was made and the ball stays in MBB's possession. Pache to Nero to Peter. Peter sends it inside to Marcus. It is stripped away from him by White, who gets down the floor. Waiting for Dylan on the elbow. Nothing for him as well. Devon collects that rebound. It has been a tough start to this game. And just looking at our YouTube chat over there, I can see Ungosnati is definitely watching all the way from Burundi right now. Ooh, and Peter chase down block. Says no, not here. Not here. And the last call had actually been a goaltending, which had actually given TS Vikings their 2 points, but no official baskets through the bottom of the net. And that one for Kong is short and will go back into the hands of MBB. As Libisa squares up with Dylan Whitbread. MBB ball. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show ninjas. That is right there, but Basmatic. What a nice cross. Pulls up mid-range. Not able to sink that one. That's probably like the first miss from MBB as Tombe back down the floor. Goes up against two guys, two towers. Dylan still not able to connect them. Peter collects the rebound and ladies and gentlemen, high energies in the arena today. It does rim out for Mutiba there. Kong back with that ball. Mutombe finishes inside, finally able to find the basket and puts up 4 points and gets TS Vikings up to 4 points there. Controlled ball movement for MBB as that shot clock does wind down and you can hear the crowd calling in there. Oh my goodness! And he drains that in his face. Libisa Selepe taking no prisoners with that 3-point attempt. Play out your full 24 seconds. Give yourselves time to set up the right work as TS Viking tries to reply. Nothing off the front rim. Panache had his hand on the rebound and unfortunately, defense. Mutiba to Prince Lou. Prince Lou was slightly deep. Devon tips that in their favor. MBB retains the ball. And nothing off of that one. White pulls up inside. Nothing. As I see a little bit of showmanship there, and MBB are asking, hey, let's slow this game down, you know, let's get the work in. Ball moves, looks inside. Peter has it, spins on it, and he will get fouled. There was a push, so he will be going to the charity line for those 2 points. Unlucky on that first attempt. It was a high rebound, and we've got some new faces on the floor for MBB as you've got Bandile Ntsele and Arinzo Nino Dim. And he makes good on his second free throw. As we head right back down the floor, White to Whitbread. Whitbread looks back over. Kong takes on Bandile, and a call is made. Slightly too eager there with the hands on his opponent. Ball movement, one side to the other side. Dylan looking to bait Peter into something, doesn't get anything. And Peter steals that from waiting Dylan, who thought he had the good backdoor cut. Bandile for the mid-range pointer. Doesn't connect on that one. As Kong collects his rebound, finds the man in the backcourt, and is able to connect, and they collect another two over there. Still sitting with an 11-point deficit, but I mean, it's only the first quarter. I mean, this was a really great start by MBB, and it shows quite a lot of dominance and what you would expect to see in the whole game. But TS Vikings are no small. Oh my goodness! Peter Prinsloo puts him out again. That's the second block of the quarter. Can you imagine? He's made it a point to show them, no, you are not going to the basket for free. This is my house. Watch this replay. Peter goes up. Oof, that was too nice. What? No good on the basket as he made the first free throw, and Dylan looks for that corner shot. He finally finds it, and that puts TS Vikings in double digits. That's 10-17. And like we promised, ladies and gentlemen, this game is going to be electric as Selepe takes the shot from the logo. First logo. Quite an electric start to this game. It is the men's finals of the National Club Championship, and this is exactly what you should be expecting. I mean, this is your road to ball. You want to make sure that you're getting the premium talent basketball-wise. As quite a lot of hands going up for the rebound. And tug and pull there, and that results in a jump ball, which will favor TS Viking. Unlucky with that, and that collected ball unfortunately does somehow get thrown over the sideline, and that goes back to TS Sports. Very happy on their side to have their hustle pay off. Kong tries to go up, misses it, but the collection from number 15 there assists them. Chimba, number 15, with that 2 points there. And just like that, it's a 5-point game. Nino to Peter. Oh, he gets called on the travel. We are back down the floor as Tombe tries to take on Peter, and he gets the floater over the head of Peter there in the low block. Mutiba is back on the floor. Almost throws that over the baseline, and the save actually gives TS Vikings an opportunity to flash down the floor, but MBB are quick to get back as well. Moving the ball. Thought he had the man, spins off of Bandile, doesn't connect. Nino with that rebound. Tillin quickly picking up somebody, so having to go one man out. Bandile to Peter. Peter from the top makes good on the three. That is a spot, ladies and gentlemen. You know this if you've seen him play. And gets that to go. Kind of waiting out the seconds there. We're on an 8-second call. It is 5-4 and MBB are down the floor, so they're going to try and take that last second shot. Bandile gets it and the basket is good. That turns it to a 22-14 first quarter points. Guys, if you're not impressed, I don't know what you're looking for, because that was absolutely blazing. Coming out hot, 3-pointers, blocks, all kinds of activity going on in this first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. These are the men's finals club championship. We are live from Mandeville, brought to you by Basketball Chef. My name is Tuna Panyana, and that was the end of the first quarter. And we are back with the action. It is now second quarter and MBB have the ball. Starting off with an impressive first quarter. And a charge is called and a little bit of outrage there on the floor. TS having picked up a foul there for themselves, so they will be on the offensive. Trying to work his way around Mutiba, but he gets nothing. And they are right back down the floor. Libisa leading the action there. Mutiba to Prince Lou to Tele. Woo, what a spin! And basket is good to go. Off the baseline, made that look way too smooth. As Kong tries to work his way in there, Chimba not making the connect there for that 3-point attempt. Slow and steady passing, getting that around the floor. Mutiba. Oh, and that is a jump ball. Oh, that was Libisa. That was a jump ball called. It was there for a second, but they will call that. Dylan with the ball. Dylan inside for the 2-point shot. Nothing as Nino collects his rebound. Drops it down to Tsele. Tsele passes to Prince Lou. No call there for Prince Lou as he, it is called a travel. Quite a few. He slipped right between the defenders. Dylan unable to connect to give that man the assist he deserves after working so hard. Bandile also not able to connect with Libisa on that play. And we just have a little break there as the technical are trying to get the scoreboard back up, and we are good. As you can see, the MBB bench there, sitting on the bench on the far left. Nathan, you've got Dumisani, Glean, Rabbi, Peter squares up with his man, looks around, finds Libisa on the far side, checks himself on the line, gives it right back to Peter inside, who goes up, does get denied, and TS are on the floor. Dylan passes it to Mitombe, Mitombe to White. White sees Chimbo inside, who is able to connect with the rim on that one. If you are wondering, we are at Mandeville live for the Basketball National Championships League. This is your club champs. This is your road to BAL. The winners here will be representing South Africa. Whatever the decision may be by BAL in terms of hosts, venues, Mutiba for the shot. He does get fouled, but no called as TS walks away with that rebound, and that offensive bumps the man. Finds Kong on the far side of the court, unable to connect. Dylan tries to put it back up. A little bit of outrage amongst players there as they don't understand what the call was or why it was called in that particular manner. Nino Dim there being spoken to by Lebisa Selepe, I do believe the captain of the team, as he just tries to kind of calm the situation. You never want to get in the faces of the refs. You never want to make the refs upset about anything. So, you've got to stay calm, cool, collected as we make do with that call. Ball stays with TS Vikings. Kong for the shot on the far side, not able to connect. The ball did get tipped off. Liam has his first looks of the game in this particular matchup. Mutiba finds Nino on the end and unable to connect, but he does keep the ball. Finding Bandile. Bandile shook his man to get back to the rim. Shook that boy. Hey! As he makes good on those 2 points. Liam Mali. Ooh. And he does make that 3-pointer there. Tombi. Get a look there. And if you're wondering about the number 9 player for the TS Viking, he is a young man from South Sudan that he's come out here playing for the Tip-Off Vikings. I am live, so. We're back into it as Devon is now on the floor. He brings up the ball for MBB, who finds Nino out on the side. Nino does get fouled as he was about to drive in. And that there is the look at the TS Vikings. I know people have been wondering across this week who and where they come from. If you've had a good look at them, you'll get an understanding of some of the names that have been popping up and the faces. Peter goes all the way, unable to connect, as Chimba makes good with that one, coast to coaster, finishing on the other side, and he pushes TS Vikings into the 20s. Peter secures that ball, shoots it off the front of the rim. The rebound has been collected, and right back down the floor, Sia Khatebe unable to connect there. It is his first shot in this game, so much to be given to him on that one. Liam Mali attempting to play Bandile and Devon, both edging both sides of that screen that was set up there. It doesn't connect, so back MBB hands. Bandile, Neo Mutiba, who gets fouled. Who does get fouled on a 3-point attempt. So he will be going to the line for all 3 of those points. Mutiba is 1 of 1. And he is 2 of 2. And with that final basket attempt, he is 3 of 3. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you do it as a pro at this level. 3 of 3 free throws for Neo Mutiba. A lot of bodies inside there, but the rebound does come away with Nino, who feeds it down to Bandile. A charge. Okay. That one I will leave to the conversation of the refs. If we could bring back Kuda, maybe he'd be able to just give us some clarity as Nathan Kainde checks into the game for MBB. Quite a bit of hustle there as he pulls up from the 3. That man tipped it over all of them, but he did take quite the landing on the floor there. You could have heard that all the way from the booth. Sia Khadebe there making sure that he secured the rebound for his teammates. Motombe gets fouled. Nathan put his hand up to show that that was him. Dombe misses his first free throw. About to attempt his second one. He does miss his second one, and Marcus collects the rebound out to Nino. This is especially one of the hardest games, I think, to come out of this week. Close game as Neo Mutiba drains that three, making light work of that three-point attempt. Chimba with the slam as he takes that one home. Impressive indeed. Kong goes up, able to collect that basket as he makes good on the two-pointers. A little hop step nyana there. What a game. It is a 7-point game. MBB holding on to that lead. They've made it a fairly impressive one. A give and go by Marcus as Nino puts up that reverse on the man. Kong brings down the ball. The young fella from South Sudan, showing us what it's like, you know, coming out all the way from out there. Fancy with his work. Devon faces up Liam, and he says, you know what, I've got this one. To Nathan, back out. Still got time, gets fouled. No and one as Chimba made sure to swat that out of the air, so he will only be going to the free throw line to collect free throws. And a timeout is called by the TS Vikings. Just doing a bit of catching up on the chats that have been going on your YouTube. I'm glad to see there's quite a running back conversation there about who might be winning it, and some comments about some of the action we've seen. Hey man, I'm gonna send this one out to Sensei Juice there. That baseline jacks by Bandile was quite something, and I do hope you guys saw. Look how full it is in Mandeville. If you aren't here, at least Basketball Sheriff did you the good deed of bringing you the games live. And yeah, man, this is it. As we have Devon Pache on the line. He's going to be taking his first free throw. Makes good on that. TS comes in for the lineup. Yes, Lebohang Mofokeng sees familiar faces, obviously playing with many of these guys as teammates. Devon misses the first one, and White collects that rebound. It will be back down the floor. Sia almost loses that, but that came off the foot of MBB, and it is MBB ball. All the way from China there, Lebohang Mofokeng watching the game. Kosinati also from Uganda. Those are the internationals I've seen so far. Anybody else, drop your location so we can send you a shout out just to know who's here with us watching this game. Marcus puts in the work, and he makes that, gets that to go. Woo! 25 to 37 up there. as MBB starts to push the lead just past the 10-point mark. TS Sports having to definitely look and see what it is that they're going to be doing. Devon! Oh, Devon, great steal, great run down the floor, but he loses that off of his own leg, and he knew, you could see his face. The minute he lost, he was just like, ah. Hey, Giovanni from Kazadi in the US watching this club championship game. Well done. Hey, man. What's up, gents? As you can see, it is action-packed. This is the game we've been waiting for. White, White almost got away with that, but Devon there to clean up. Marcus, easy does it. 2 points for that young man as he runs back down the floor. Zenzo is also on the floor, South African native, as you know him. Kid who went out to the US for college, and he's back. You know, he was on holiday and he's now here playing some basketball before he has to go back, or has to go back onto the Afro under-18 team. We don't know yet. So I think anybody here has the chances to be something. Just to think, with all of this action, it's literally only been 2 quarters, as Newo does get called on a little bit too much contact. The Bandile showing you, yeah, he's like, yeah, this is what he did. But just a little too much contact there, and they will be going back down the floor. Thank you, Coach Natalie Pike. My visa is on the chat. Shout out. Woohoo! Thanks, guys. Thank you for tuning in. These are the Basketball National Club Championships, and it is nothing that you want to miss right now. This is officially the road to BAL as per BSA. Nino almost gets that one to go. Marcus there to collect and rebound for him, and he makes good on his cleanup. This is the game we've been waiting for all week, ladies and gentlemen. Giving us some of the best show of talent in the country. These are your top clubs across the country. Hey, Chimbi! Chimbi makes good on that one. Chimba makes good on that basket. MBB not taking it lightly, almost immediately back down the floor. Devon Pache goes all the way. Simple things. If you know, you know. It is the last 2 seconds. If he doesn't take this, oh, and he does miss that, unfortunately. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached halftime. I can't believe how much action has actually happened. It has been on fire from the get-go, and you know, Basketball Chef has got you, so they're going to be rolling back some of the highlights from what we've already seen in this first half. MBB with a dominating performance of a 16-point lead at the end of this quarter. And we obviously are just looking to see what the halftime is going to present for us. What is TS Vikings going to be working on to come back into this game, and how MBB are going to either push the lead, hold the lead, or God forbid, you know, succumb to it. But it is going to be action-packed. So don't forget, and don't forget to drop us a location on either Facebook or the YouTube. You will get your shout out. I'm your girl, Ding Ding, and I am so proud to be bringing you these games, guys. Catch you in the next half. start the second half. Just to get a look again through the chats on YouTube, Kwazi is watching from Gabon. Sihle, thank you very much, man. And yes, shout out to the officials. We had Kuda with us earlier on one of the games, and he was just giving in a rundown from the official side of things. Ncedisi checking in from Marabat Start. Hey, man, I see some Pretoria gang out there from... where else? I saw some places. I saw, yes. Pretoria's in the building. I see you. And yes, we are now ready to start with the second half. Coach Tanda, unfortunately, no live stats for these games, but what you can do is watch the rest of this or backtrack on the live and you can catch on the video feed, or you can be at Mandeville watching this game live. I can tell you one thing, there were some spectacular dunks, spectacular blocks, shots taken early in this game. Ooh, what a pass, but Marcus is there to read that. So he sends that right back to his teammate. MBB with the ball, goes inside, comes back outside, trying to find where to give that ball up. Peter pulls up, doesn't connect. TS Viking are right back down the floor. Kong gets denied by Peter quite easily on that one. Shalom checking in from Cape Town. Hey, what's up, guys? T White there getting frustrated as he's really hoping to make this inbound play work. Kong to T White on the other side. T White to Chimba. Chimba working against Marcus. Doesn't get it to connect. Ibisa collects that rebound and he will be right back down the floor. Peter Prinsloo. Devon Pachi. Gives it out to Marcus. Marcus finds Libisa. Libisa out to Neo Mutiba. Doesn't connect, not quite yet, but Yvonne does really well to collect that rebound and gives Libisa Selepe an opportunity to collect the 2 points that have come from that play. And as you can see there, TS Vikings also moving the ball around a lot more now, getting it in, getting it out again, as Mtombe tries to work a little bit inside. Kong takes the 3-point shot, unable to connect. Oh, Libisa does lose that off. Dylan open 3, nothing. As Peter secures that rebound. These are, ladies and gentlemen, your official Road to Bal competition. At the end of this today, we will know who the best club in South Africa is and who will be representing the country at such club competition, as Marcus puts in the work and gets his 2 points in the floor. Ooh, that foul does get called, and he unfortunately couldn't get it, didn't sink for him. And as you can see there in the crowd, guys, Mandeville is packed because what? This is the best basketball you can find, and they definitely know where they needed to be. And you, wherever you maybe are watching from home, Tabiso is watching from Brooklyn, and Kwazi having quickly flown his way from Gabon back down to Pretoria. Thank you, World of Wana. Thank you very much. Is that you, Tawana? A lot is happening on the floor there as TS Viking are called on the push, and that will be MBB's ball. Just a reminder, these club championships are brought to you by BSA, and this live feed is brought to you by Basketball Share. The commentary is brought to you by Kuna Panyana, and we are here to witness greatness as these two clubs battle it out to become crowned the champions of South Africa. And there is a crowning actually ceremony. They've got medals and trophies and everything waiting for these gents. Mutombe for the open 3. Nothing as it bounces off the left side of the rim and right into the hands of waiting Neo Motiba. Devon Pache. Hey, jab step. Gets it, but nothing as that bounces all the way over the rim in the backboard. T White right back down the floor. Gives it over to Kong. Kong loses it off the baseline. It will stay TSV possession. Chengdu. We've got people from Chengdu with us. Hey, he had such an easy opportunity to collect those 2 points there, and it rolled over the top and out again. I can see young man is a little frustrated with himself, but hey, it happens to the best of us. And that particular play does send Chimba to the free throw line. Nikki, the villain, watching from Mamelodi. What do you guys think of the game so far? If you've caught any of the action during the week, and give a shout out to who you think will be crowned club champions here today. All right, so he does get one free throw to sink. Ooh, and they've changed tactics, and it has now become a full court press from TS up against Vikings. Really trying to turn it up a little bit, maybe change the tide in the flow of this game. Devon taking on T White. Prince Lou taking on Marcus. Hey, Neo Motiba doesn't get that. Dylan does collect that. Sends it over to Kong, who misses the basket. I think that guy is definitely in his own head right now, and he's so frustrated with himself that he just messes up his next opportunity. Hey, Gibasha. Hey, Gibasha. Yo! Nothing from him there, but he will be going to the free throw line to make up for the 2 points that he did not catch off of that foul. As you get a look there at the MBB bench, and Glean gets up. He's being subbed in. Unfortunate for Gibashe as he misses the first free throw. Shakes it off a little bit there as he lines up for his second one. Makes good on the second free throw, and he will get subbed. Someone will get subbed as Glean checks into this game. Bizabi Akolua. And MBB reverts to a full court press as well. Picking up full court. Glean is on Liam, puts on pressure. And we're going to see now how well Liam can handle the ball as... ooh. Was that a bad pass, or was that bad reception from Dylan as he doesn't commit to the ball and loses it over the baseline, over the sideline? Carlos is watching from Mutare. Peter all the way. Peter gets the basket to go. Woo! As he has to catch Glean, who almost would have either been concussed or had a serious injury there. No basket for T White, as the MBB gents all have their hands up and they're asking themselves who fouled. They're like, oh, hands were up. No, sir, it was a foul. And he will be attempting two. Misses the first one. Makes good on his second one. And MBB immediately inbounds, not wasting any time. Right back down the floor. Libisa pulls up and he knocks it down. Bang bang. Mutombe makes good on his free throw there, and we are back in it after that timeout taken, and we are obviously hoping to see what it's going to be like to in this next couple of minutes in this half after that timeout. What are the adjustments? What exactly? Woo! The adjustment was definitely increasing the intensity of the defense. Dylan absolutely gets in Selepe's face. And they left that shot to the last seconds, and it's fine, you know. Sometimes you miss, sometimes you make. Mutombe is put on by Glean there. Glean making sure that he's in his face. Hypo. Oh, it's getting real. Defense wins championships. As you see there, Peter takes that shot from the elbow. His most famous shot, and he makes it. Simple. Makes it. Knocks it down. MBB keeps going with the pressure. It's still a 23-point game. Liam gets through everybody. Pass out. T.Y. takes the shot and he makes it. He finds the bottom of the net on that one as well. And that's a great look for that young man. He's been looking for that shot today. Pache with the ball, putting Dylan on skates. Let's see that. Yo, finds Glean on the cut. Cut to Peter. Peter drives inside, steps back. A little short, but Glean is there for the cleanup, and he puts that back nice and easy. Nice and easy. T. White back on it. Not shying away from keeping this attack going. Dylan finding, oh, Chimba almost loses it over there. Ball is back in the hands of Liam. Liam goes all the way. Wow, that was nice. Misses the dunk. That would have been quite something. Missed that dunk. Peter on the drive. Working Mutombe. Mutombe literally has his body on there. Peter for the 3. Foul has been called. And it was a pushing foul called, and that will be... They're not in foul trouble yet, so it should be on the ground. So let's just see what it is exactly. Fundo girl, I've got you on their comments, you know. MBB are doing the most for you. Your man has been doing the most, Fundo. That's a special one going out to my friend Fundo, who's driving as we speak all the way down to Mandeville to come and catch the last bits of this game of her home team. Liam and Panache is back on the floor. We haven't seen Panache since the first quarter, but he's come back on the floor, making an impact almost immediately, collecting the rebound, putting it back up. And those are the kind of things you kind of want to see. You want to understand what your roster looks like and how it's been working. So some of the changes we might be seeing on this floor. Devon makes the shot on that 2-3 call down. Liam finds Tombe, who was cutting on the baseline. It does stay a TS Vikings ball. Super Elite in the view there. Those are the Super Elite ladies who played earlier today. Monica Chao. Tombe gives it over to Panache, who's going against Kibashe. Oh! And that actually rolled its way out of the rim. Quite the play. Pachi, as he gets fouled, and it would have been quite the fast break because the ATS Vikings were ready to go on that one. And we see Rabbi check into the game for the first time for MBB. Glean just misses that off the front of it. Sia Khadebe with the ball. Ooh, Mutombe with a big body. Uses that body to push the man out the way, but unsuccessful. So Rabbi passes it out to Nino. Nino takes on Panache and finds Glean, who gets himself up in the air, but with no connect, unfortunately for him. And we're at the dying seconds of this quarter. It's 40 seconds, so they roll the ball in just to give himself a little bit more to look at that game. This gentleman is T. White. He passes it out to R. Kong from South Sudan, who gives it to Panache on a pick and roll. That would have been an amazing move by Panache. Unable to connect. Nino goes all the way. Finds Clean! Oh! But it tips off the front of the rim. T. White from Khadebe assists. Nothing. Mutombe picks it up. Last couple of seconds. So we're counting it down for you as at a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nothing, as that is the end of the quarter. And if you could just see the crowd right now on their feet for MBB. What a good defensive play in that last second to make sure they don't get that shot. No. I swear this game is going way too fast. We're already back with the fourth quarter, and TS quickly making good and scoring 2 points. Not connecting on this one. Hybo! Hey, sometimes things happen. Not connecting there on that fast break. Young man is frustrated. I'm not going to repeat what he just said, but I'm sure you saw it. He hasn't connected with the ball well in the second half, and he seemed very frustrated with himself. And that is another timeout called. Full court press coming in there from TS Sports as TS Vikings as they try and turn the tides of this game. Please make sure if you are looking for updates on this game, the official correct scores are with Basketball Sheriff. We will be posting those scores both on the live IG, Facebook, and of course if you're watching it, you can catch it right here. And knowing me, ooh! Nino with a tough finish, and he will be going to the free throw line for that and one play. Of course, my name is Guna Panyana, right? And you know me, I am the Prolific Sports Group South Africa. So you can go ahead over to Instagram, check it out there. We'll make sure that you are kept up to date with the right and correct scores. And this game is on. It is the fourth quarter, and I swear it has gone by way too quickly. I would like a rerun of the previous 3 quarters because every single one of those quarters was fire. Nino makes it good on his trip to the free throw line and turns that into a 3-point play. could hear that smack all the way from up here in the booth. He definitely fouled them. He definitely acknowledges the foul, and that's okay. You know, every player's got to take one and be like, I'm putting this one on my chest, and that was it. And just catch a replay of that there. He's like, yeah, that was me. That was me. He makes the first one. And he makes that a double as he successfully sinks both of his free throws. TS Vikings coming in with a full court press there. Oh, and it is successful. Oh, and T. White slams that one home for TS Vikings. And I'm sure what they're looking for is that 20-point comeback story, which would be great in essence for anybody within basketball. But T. White doesn't get that, but he will be going to the charity line for his free throws. Amazing there, dunk by T. White. Defense has definitely been a key factor in this game, and if you don't have it, you are going to get cooked as oh, that was a good play. That was a very good take there by Mutombe as he picks up the ball low, gets through the defense, then goes high and he gets fouled but makes the basket. So he'll be going there for that 3-point play as Neo Mutiba checks in back into the game. I did see in the comments they were talking about why he was off the court and why he was standing. I'm pretty sure you guys know, and he's now back in the game. Engine still well oiled. And Mutombe makes that one. To Mutiba. Mutiba sends it to Nino. Nino gets over the line, gives it to Peter, who finds Mutiba. Mutiba cooks that boy all the way. And he gets his foul. Yeah, he left him on the floor, yo. And Mutiba gives us 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Nathan going all the way into that front court just to put pressure on the ball handler, who did give it up. T. White does one back to Mutiba as he feeds him and strings him along. And a football called. I think that football saved MBB from that ball that would have very easily turned into a potential dunk, but definitely 2 points if they'd successfully gotten that steal off. Nino pacing up his man, finds Rabbi inside. Rabbi with a very nice finish and gets fouled over there. And as he puts up his first points of this game for MBB. Oh, number 10 is Mutombe. He's also the South African kids who have gone over to the States to study over that side. So he's definitely been groomed in the last couple of, definitely at least 1 year in the US, 1 or 2 years. Go, nice. It's a stop and go with this game. Ooh, it does get quite physical. Nino faces up against Mutombe. He's trying to work his way all the way down. Kong immediately goes up, finds Mutombe, doesn't make the ball sink, but Uwa left alone to collect their own rebound is TS. Dylan gives nothing over there. Mutiba collects that rebound. Nino feeds to Rabbi. Newo looking up his man. Hey, he will be going to the free throw line. There's a little bit of a shake there as he got off that man. Look at that replay there. Hey, Hezi, all the way. Just misses that made basket. A quick glimpse there at the coaching staff of the TS Vikings, which is Elvis Ukbong and Floshengwenya. And Newo sinks that one. T. White quickly down the floor. Decides to go almost all the way, but he sends that out to Mutombe from the far side, who hasn't found a three today. Still looking, but I do think it's quite late to be looking at this point in the game. But shooters will shoot. As Vikings defense a little too aggressive as they pick up a foul on that full court there against Nino, and they're already in foul trouble with 6 minutes on the clock. 5:59 and you're in foul trouble as MBB sends in the cavalry, sending in Marcus Mukwena, who most likely is going to punish for all of those fouls. Makes good on the first free throw. Just a little too much. Marcus almost gets it. T. White takes off. Held back by two MBB. As Mutombe goes, finds T. And he is fouled, and that officially puts MBB on 5 fouls. A bit of complaining there about the ball direction. Sends it out to Kong, who gets called for the line. His foot hit the line, so that will be MBB ball. Full court being ran there by Woo. By TS Vikings, and Nathan getting stuck a bit there as the double team does work against him, and he gets called on a travel. Kong took that 3 off a step back. Not really connecting. It's been a bit of a struggle for TS Vikings from the 3-point line. They've only made a few, and Peter goes all the way. Ooh, okay. Arms up, I'm strong. Goes all the way, and we will be collecting his 2 points and a foul, so opportunity to make that a 3-point play. As a timeout is called. There he goes, charges all the way through it. Strong. And that one unfortunately bounces out for Peter Prinsloo. As the game nears the final 5 minutes of this tournament, actually. Final 5 minutes of this whole tournament, of the whole series. And do remember, this is your road to BAL. The winners here will become the South African representatives of the club champs, actually. They will be the club champions of South Africa. And will be looking to go to your road to BALs, your Africa Club Champs. As we see MBB sitting somewhat comfortable with a 22-point lead with less than 5 minutes to go. Oh, and the countdown was made, but Selepe not able to finish. Same as TS Sports, the Vikings, they're unable to finish on their side of the floor. There's a little scramble there, gets the ball out to the Vikings. Vikings goes all the way, not able to connect. Bandile gets his rebound. Bandile gets his rebound. Collects ball, but it is a jump ball call, and that will be a TS ball, TSV ball. As Dylan checks into the game, and Mutombe checks out. Kong puts it up to Panashe. Panashe makes good, and he gets his 2 points inside there. And I think something that they haven't been utilizing well enough is Panashe inside the paint. he's been really good at collecting rebounds and being able to put them back, and I think slightly better than many of his teammates, and it should have been something they looked to capitalize on. Marcus with the ball, gives it over to Libisa, who finds Bandile, who cuts through, doesn't get it to go, gets blocked. Dylan against Newo, and it is a charge, rightfully so. Continue with the full court press as MBB gets over the line. It's getting quite physical there. And it looks like MBB is opting for the shot outside or the foul, as he does foul, and that will send either of the teams to the line at this point because they are both in foul trouble. And Dylan sitting with 4 fouls. Two minutes 46 to go. And just like that, that gentleman is out of the game. As he got a little too vocal with the ref. He has been given a technical foul, and Dylan will be checking out of the game. There is a bit of Dylan looking, not understanding how this is possible. Okay, so the foul out was actually on number 7, T. White. He's been bringing up the ball for them. He's been putting in the work of bringing that ball down, up and down the floor for TS Vikings. So I do believe that is quite a bit of a loss. But they have reinforced it by bringing in William Mali. Not good on the second one as TS collects the rebound, and they are right back down the floor. Kong takes on Glean. Ooh, and he does actually make that work. But it bounces off his teammate's chest and right back into the hands of an MBB soldier. Glean looks up, Chimba spins. Oh, unlucky as the ball bounces right back out. Panache with the rebound, down to Liam. Back down the floor, sends it over to Kong. Kong takes his shot and finds the first 3-pointer of this game for himself. And I'm pretty sure he's very happy to have made that. Over to Glean. Newo finds Marcus, who was just lurking alone under the rim. And I think with that, as you can see over there, there's going to be quite a few changes for the bench as 4 guys come in. I think throwing all of your cards on the table just to see what hand you might land is where TS Vikings are currently at. With Zenzo on the floor, Nico, Van der Heerde, then and they get the basket. Bandile inside, pulls up, doesn't get it, but Marcus is there to collect, and he sends it right back to Bandile, out to Neo Mutiba, who looks to see what his options are, and it's a drive all the way. And he gets his basket to go. MBB, clean goes. Easy layup for clean. If we are sub 1 minute of this game, ladies and gentlemen, it is 22 points by the MBB Soldiers, and I do believe we know who our new club champions are going to be as they hold it out a little bit there. And you can hear the crowd chanting, ladies and gentlemen, give us, and that's 24 seconds on the clock. Coach Tanda, it is a wrap indeed. And they will most likely dribble it out, as we can clearly see who the winners are. Give us MBB Itimia Sezadlen are the official club champions of South Africa. Woo! That one's for you, you know. And that right there, you can see it is the MBB crowd, very happy to be crowned the champions of South Africa. These were the Basketball National Club Championships of South Africa, hosted by BSA, of course, brought to you by Basketball Sheriff. My name is Tina Panyana. I am your coach, and it has been an absolute honor to bring you the voice of the club championships. This is a wrap. We will only see you next year, but on to the next one for MBB, as well as for, I do believe, Super Elite ladies who go on to face the Africa Club Championship, as well as the Road to Bar. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, your SA Club champions. Give us team message that day. You know who it is. You know who it is. And now that it is official, thank you, Sensei. Thank you very much. And we're just going to give you the visuals of the crowning of the champions, as well as the ceremony of handing out of medals to the respective players who've been here all week, busting it out, you know, to become the best, to be named the best. And now we know who is, you know, MBB Super Elite ladies. Well done, and congratulations for a good run in this tournament.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we now move to the women's section of the BSA National Club Championships. Top 3 teams. And for the bronze medal from the Eastern Cape, the University of Fort Hare Tigers, please come through to receive your bronze medals. The University of Fort Hare. We are told the University of Fort Hare Tigers women. University of Fort Hare Tigers women, please come through. Let's give them hands, ladies and gentlemen. The University of Fort Hare, way back in the Eastern Cape, receives the bronze medals for the women's section of the National Club Championships 2024. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we move quickly to the silver medalist in the women's section. And Johannesburg, please stand up for Josie Nuggets women's team. Josie Nuggets, the silver medalist for this year's competition. Please come through. You give them a very good round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as they are coming on stage. Josie Nuggets, ladies and gentlemen, the silver medalist, or the number 2, or the top 2 women club team in the country. Another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to Josie Nuggets. And now, ladies and gentlemen, and now for the champions of South Africa 2024 for Basketball South Africa's National Club Championships. Ladies and gentlemen, from Limpopo province, the Super Elite Basketball Club. Please give them a very good round of applause as they take on to the court. The champions, ladies and gentlemen, please, let's show some respect. The champions, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the champions of South Africa, Super Elite from Limpopo. Colleagues, now we move to the men's section of the National Club Championships, and the bronze medalists are the top 3 club in the country. From Limpopo, Super Elites from Limpopo, the bronze medalists. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've just been advised there was a technicality with the forfeit which affected Super Elites from Limpopo, and Jersey Nuggets becomes the top 3 club in the country for 2024. Jersey Nuggets, please. Applause for the coach, ladies and gentlemen. Josie Nuggets, ladies and gentlemen. And now we move to the top 2 clubs in the country, and this year's runners-up are none other than TS Vikings, ladies and gentlemen. Please come through. The number 2 club in the country. TS Vikings, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Africa is watching, the world is watching, the road to BL is calling the champions of South Africa 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, and none other than, and put your hands together for MBB, the South African champs. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our competition and this presentation, and thank you to every single one of you for having been a great supporter of basketball. We'll see you next year. Thank you so much.